They're not guided by any kind of religious text. They're not guided by any kind of moral aptitude. They are guided by what they can put into their wallets. That's it. All along K Street years ago, actually I was wanting to go to K Street. I'm an old man, so I thought K Street was still where all the lobbyists hung out, but I found out, thankfully I found out they don't all hang out down there anymore. But I wanted to go to K Street and block it off and say, hey, we're here where you go lobby for all these bills that you're passing. Won't you come and talk to us about what you're wanting to do? We got some ideals for you just as well as these lobbyists. But the problem is they don't see the money that we put into them. You see, we put it into them at a greater rate than any lobby firm has ever put it into them. Every week out of your check, they take hundreds and hundreds of dollars, and over your lifetime, literally tens of thousands of dollars. That's what they take from you, and yet they don't represent you. Where some lobbyist will come out and hand them a few $1 million, and all of a sudden they've got their undivided attention. Something is wrong. What's wrong? They have no moral compass anymore. But before we're too hard on them, let's look at ourselves. Where is our moral compass? How are we living our lives? Should we expect no better out of the government officials that we have hired to represent us if we have no moral compass ourselves? Come on, it's getting real now, ain't it? I'm not going to preach to you. I'm just going to speak to you. Here's the deal. We've got to become moral people. We've got to become men and women of honor. That's what this convoy is all about. When we go to Washington, D.C., we can't go in there as a bunch of immoral warmongers. That's what they think we are. We can't give them any reason to think that we're going to be some insurrectionists. No, I told them just again today, we are not coming to overthrow the government. We're coming to protest this government. Why? Because this government no longer cares about what we think, what we believe. I don't know about you, but I'm getting sick and tired of educators telling our children the rot that they're telling them. It's about time we stand up. When they came after our children, that was one step too many. They are telling them things that no child should ever hear until they're adults. Enough is enough. Educators are supposed to be teaching how to read, how to write, how to do arithmetic, history, things of this nature. But now they're trying to teach them to question if they're boys or girls. I'm sorry, call me old-fashioned, but I still believe there's only two genders. And if that offends you, tough. Because I'm offended by what you think too. And I've got just as much a right to stand and say what I'm saying as you have what you're saying. You will not silence me anymore by calling me politically incorrect. Like it or not, I still am a free American. I don't care what the government says. I don't care what the politics say. I am an American and I am free. You will not silence me. You will not condemn me and make me change the way I believe or what I say. I am standing on my rights, and I will speak as loud and as proud as you do. I was threatened today with AIDS. Somebody got on my Twitter account and said, I hope you enjoy our eggs. Okay, I happen to like eggs. My truck just doesn't. You're not going to intimidate me into not doing what I'm going to do. I've had enough of your intimidation tactics. I've had enough of your your smear tactics. You can say and do whatever you want to do, but I will stand on the Constitution that gives me my rights to do what I need to do to protect my individual liberties. I will not apologize for what I say. I will not bend my knee to you. I am free, and I will be free, and I will die free. We have let them cower us into corners long enough. We have let them paint us into corners long enough. I am done with all of that stupidity. I am out, and I am going to be loud, and I will be heard. Thank God for our live streamers. The media doesn't want to cover us. You know why? They learn from their mistake. When the Canadian convoy began to travel across Canada, our American media said, that's a news story. We need to cover it. And so they covered it wall to wall. They were interviewing drivers and taking B-roll and showing the trucks going down the highway. And by the time they got across Canada, they had $10 million in a GoFundMe account. Woo! Would you like to have $10 million, Marcus? $10 million. And the Canadian government goes, oh my goodness, they've got enough money to sit on our streets for years. And so they pressured GoFundMe into closing